Okay, hey you guys, just come back and explain the song that I just actually posted today. This that song was basically representing me making a call to the president. It was basically a voicemail, and it was saying like I'm speaking for the people. A lot of times, whenever I drive through Atlanta, and recently, when I drove through Washington, D.C., I actually seen a lot of homeless people. And most big cities that you drive through, you see a lot of homeless people. And it's like our cities, you have all of these big name people, like even Los Angeles, you have all these big name people living inside of these cities. Atlanta, Tyler Perry, president is in Washington, D.C., all these big people staying inside of these cities, but you don't see them like going out and helping these people. And a lot of times, like I'm always hearing whenever they're saying that drug dealers are thugs and stuff like that because they're going out and selling stuff. And I actually grew up around a lot of people that, had to make a living for themselves. I actually was inside of school with kids who ended up dropping out and going towards that life. No, it may not have been only for, to help their family. It may have been to get them shoes that they wanted and everybody else had it, but their mom can't afford it. You feel me? But still, I grew up around a lot of those kids, and it opened my eyes because of seeing a lot of my friends and seeing a lot of the people that I call my brothers were dropping out, going and doing stuff to be able to make money. And most of the time, I would just be like, at first, I was a very judgmental person because I was like, these people over here doing this, nah. You feel me? But for me, I didn't grow up with all of the, name brand stuff. Maybe had one or two pair of shoes each school year. The worst that I've had was where my shoes were, where I had holes in my shoes and I was like, my big toe was touching the bottom. But that's real. I can laugh about it now because, I can provide for myself. Like, I got my own job and I can go and I can get what I want to get out of the store. I don't have to wait for somebody and I don't have to dig into my mom's bills. My mom got bill money. She got food money that she gotta, provide for the house, but she taking out that little extra $300-$400 to be able to provide for us and give us clothes. Now, every paycheck, I can go and get myself some stuff. You feel me? But you got those people who are stereotyped from the jump. I've actually heard that homeless people, if you don't have your birth certificate and stuff like that, and you don't have an ID, you can't go get a job. But if you don't have your birth certificate and some way to identify yourself, you can't even go get an ID. So it's like they're stuck. And I hear a lot of people say they can help themselves. They can go do that. Why are they begging on the streets, And it's just like, you don't know their story. So I feel like that we need to start talking about this stuff because I feel like it's swept under the rug so much. And then even if it's not swept under the rug, it's the blame is tossed. Whenever you see the boys out there selling, you hear them blame the mom, saying that the mom did not do right by the boys. Or you hear them saying that it's the boy's fault. When really, society has failed us. Like, I'm being so real. Society has failed us. If we're not inside of a family-owned business, we got to get it on our own. We go to school, we learn math, algebra, English, all this stuff. I don't even remember most of the stuff that I learned inside of school throughout my school years. And some of the stuff is actually not even real. Like history, the American history, we all know, we're all learning on social media that some of this stuff is not even real. It's fake. It's made up. But they're not teaching us how to make our own businesses. They're not teaching us to invest. They're not teaching us that we have TFSA accounts. They're not teaching us about our actual career choice. They're teaching us a broad range of stuff. And most of the time, you don't even need that in the career field that you choose. And I'm not saying that high school is bad because, you have to graduate to be able to do whatever you want. Like, certain jobs you really do have to graduate, but certain jobs you don't. But I think that they should, more people should be talking, Black Lives Matter is happening right now. But like, it's been happening all of our lives, but so has people being homeless, people being put out of their house. Section 8 is not doing nothing for nobody. People having to rely on family, and when they can't rely on that family because that family got their own bills and their own problems, that family is sitting outside. Moms inside of shelters. Like, the society is failing us as black women, white women, Mexican males, females, transgenders, whatever you want to call it. Like, whoever you are, society is not giving you that little silver spoon that you need in life. Like, they won't give you the silver spoon, but they expect you to have it. So, like, you gotta come from, let's say you really did come from, like, rags to riches. Like, you really did just come from straight rags. You literally, by the time you get to riches, you have to have that silver spoon. Especially if you're, like, one of those business people. You cannot sit there and say, like, I've always heard a lot of people say, I can't tell them about my past because if I'm looked at a certain type of way, I'll be like, I won't look fit for the job. I just look at them like, okay. Like, choose to be around people who are going to help you get your silver spoon. You feel me? You can't be inside of a business and say, oh, well, if I'm like this fake person and I close my eyes to what is going on around me and I only see, like, the money and I don't see anything else. I don't see that homeless person right there. He's not asking me for $1. No. He's walking to his car. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see that homeless person over there sleeping on the street. I don't see it. I don't see that person over there barely any clothes on. It's cold. It's about 40 degrees. I don't see it. Then you're literally purposely choosing to just close your eyes. Just close your eyes. And it's like, let's say that the roles were switched. Would you want somebody to close their eyes to you? I'm just being real. It's a question. If you were outside sleeping on the streets, begging somebody for $1, would you want somebody to be like, I don't see it? No. So most of the time, so that's really why I wrote that song, because I was very, very furious once I seen that inside of Washington, D.C., because it's like, it's right under the president's nose. Right under it. And during this global pandemic, like, we should be wanting to get as many people out the streets as we can, building shelters, doing something, buying out homes that are like 3 feet. I mean, not 3 feet. Oh my goodness. 3 stories. 3 stories. And telling these people, okay, you come here, you live, you get yourself together, and you do better for yourself. Build yourself. There should be programs for these people to be able to come in and build themselves up. Give them a roof over their head. Give them something to eat. And community, like freaking community centers inside of the hood. Pay these men that you see as drug dealers. Pay these men to come over here and build these community centers. Pay these men to be construction workers. Pay these men to renovate the projects. Like, everybody tries to put this title on the hood, and they try to say, oh, they're, ghetto. They're misunderstood. They're survivors. They're over here going to battle every single day of their lives, trying to keep their family eating. They are over here trying to keep their family safe. And the fact that people put their, high pedestal on everything that they're doing, it's just like, okay. But yeah, I just wanted to explain my song. That's all. Bye, you guys.